And there's a lot of practitioners now that are putting it into their practice because people travel around the world to be able to use that
to
device.
do this therapy.
So we have something called the Sonic World, which helps to highlight any of the places and locations where these are located. So it's a huge boost to your practice. I think
the Braveheart Oath, why not? The Braveheart Oath is for everybody. You know what? But make your own. This is so perfect. Especially if I don't have a lot of confidence in myself. I don't really wake up really feeling too great. I don't really think that today's going to go that well. We set ourselves up for failure. You need to look in the mirror every morning and be like, I am the man. Even if you don't believe it, start saying it. Say it out loud. If you don't say it out loud and you say it in your head, you're already failing. It needs to become real. And so the Braveheart Oath is for people who just aren't ready to make their own mantra. And it's a beautiful mantra to go by and kind of live by. And it's just, I am love. I am healed. I am Braveheart. Today and every day, from the moment I rise until I gently close my eyes, I will trust, honor, respect, protect, forgive, and totally love myself, first and foremost, before anyone else or anything else. So help me God. Because I am, I can, I healed, I am Braveheart.
Yeah,
it's really important. But once you feel like you're starting to own this, make your own. I'm the sexiest person out there. What do you like to say to yourself? Say something that makes you feel good. And then create that own mantra. And you want to actually spend some time with it because you want to be saying that to yourself every day, so you better like it. So if this one doesn't kind of hit that spot in your heart, write your own.
And like Sage said, it's say it out loud. Inside your head is not the same thing.
Make it real.
I think that's all the slides for what we have right now. So if there's any questions, now would be a great time. And I think, Sage, there were a few questions that were online, or?
Yeah, okay, so one of the questions was, can you take green tea during a water fast? I would prefer not. Sorry, not really. So the green tea, the herbs in it, can kind of start that digestive tract a little bit. So I would prefer no. So you know what? It's not really going to turn on your digestive tract completely to take you fully out of ketosis, but no, I would prefer try to just stay strictly on the water. If you feel like your energy levels are low, that's why we have the IGF, that's why we have the Ormus minerals, and that's why we have, you know what? You should not be doing a water fast and burning yourself out. It should be a time when I do a water fast where I'm kicking back, being a little bit more lackadaisical with what I'm doing throughout the day. It's not like I'm still going to work, I'm trying to go to the gym, I have all these things to do. That's not time for a water fast. Because at that point, you're literally just burning yourself out. You're going to burn your adrenal glands out. You're going to feel even shittier than you did after you started. And it's going to make it a lot harder for you to get through. So do a water fast when you are ready and take it step by step. And they asked what water do we drink because we said no bottled water. It's called structured water. We have structure units. Structured water, there's a proprietary blend of crystals and gemstones within that actual thing. They kind of just look like balls, but they're inside the balls, the crystals and gemstones. I don't know the proprietary blend. I know there's shungite, rose quartz. There's another one I can't remember right now, but there's I think there's 8 or 9 different crystals within there. And it doesn't go in one direction as it goes through the filter. And the water pours through just as fast as you can pour water. And it doesn't just go one direction. It goes in both ways, like a double helix, just like our DNA. And so regular tap water is around 2,000 molecules per cell. So it takes a lot of energy for my body to break that down. But as soon as I run it through that structure unit, it breaks it down to 7 molecules per cell. So my body is having to waste no energy breaking it down. And it actually is not a filter, so it removes nothing from it. So if there's chlorine, fluoride, whatever, any other kind of carcinogens within that water, depending on where you're from, if it's really hard, heavy metalled water from certain wells, it's not removing it. It's changing the frequency. Everything's a frequency. When I tell you I love you, it makes you feel good. If I tell you I hate you, it makes you feel bad. A fast-running river, that is structured water. Why is our world 1,000 times more toxic than it was 100 years ago, but when it rains, everything still jumps for joy outside? The dogs are still drinking, and the animals are still alive. Why is that? Because it's structured water. The frequency is eliminated. Even if there is gases from our certain environment up there hanging out in the water, it can't have that effect on my body anymore. So my body's going to dispute that through my lymphatic system, so that's sweating, peeing, and pooing. And other than that, it's going to absorb from the water what I actually need. And that's structured water.
That's awesome. I think that covers everything, unless there's any questions from anyone here who's live with us. Scanning the room. Any questions?
Yes. Do you want to run that too?
Hello. I'm always wondering, in Greece, especially in islands, they are dry. There is no water there, so they're doing desalinated water. How would that work for people?
Distilled water is supposed to be for your system, but it's still not structured, so it's not bringing the frequency up.
Even desalinated water
Yes,
will be.
it's going to be flat. There's not a lot of absorption from it. It's kind of just like still water. So it's not
Wow.
like you're getting dehydrated while drinking it, but it's not like it's hydrating your cells. So that's the problem. Whenever we get it really structured in it, it breaks it down to such a small molecular structure that your body's wasting no energy to actually absorb and break that down. But yours is still like still water, so my body has to spend a little bit of energy breaking that down. It's like Dr. Wolfe was talking about earlier. If you're drinking cold water, you already lost. Inside your body, you are 37 degrees Celsius. That's pretty warm. So if I'm drinking cold water with ice, it's like I have to digest a meal at that point because I have to change the temperature and then try to absorb the water. So if